My work is based on my personal interest in Pedro Almodóvar as a great director and a storyteller about real life. First, I analyzed his biography and the period of Movida, which corresponds to the end of the dictatorship of Francisco Franco in 1975. Then, I analyzed the female characters and the main themes that Pedro Almodóvar focuses on in the movies that I selected. Pepe, Lucy Bomb and Other Girls on the Hip, What I've Done to Deserve This, Women on the Verge of a Nervous Breakdown, All About My Mother, and Volver. Pedro Almodóvar was born in Calzada de Calatrava in 1949, in a small rural town of Castilla Mancha, famous for being the land of Don Quixote. When he was 18, he moved to Madrid, where he could express his talent and passion for the cinema. Encouraged by Movida, Pedro Almodóvar started to direct short films in which all the excesses of the gay, lesbian and transgender community emerged, as they were repressed by Francisco Franco for too long, showing the world of drugs and prostitution that until then was a taboo. From his movies emerged the obsession for pop art and modern objects that become part of everyday life and part of the obsession of his characters. Television, microphones, record players, radios, photos are details that also add color to the scene, personifying Pedro Almodóvar's ideas of a society paralyzed in the grip of mass media products. In Pedro Almodóvar's movies, everything is associated with women. These women are independent and emancipated, but at the same time they are tied to their men and their love, because without love, life is incomplete. Women face life with passion, strength and love, sometimes humiliating themselves, because they love deeply. Instead, men are more practical and rational, and, in his movies, men play a negative role. The color red is always present in Almodóvar's movies, and it represents love, women's lips, the heart, the blood, and the curtain, as a metaphor of life. He highlights this color in every scene, from the dresses to hair and makeup. Family is an important theme in his movies, since he puts in contrast the traditional and the modern family, like in What I've Done to Deserve This and All About My Mother. His genre can be considered feminist because he portrays all kinds of women in society who are also able to live without a man, but love is for them the most important strong point they possess. Analyzing the main female characters in these 5 movies, we find Pepe in Pepe, Lucy Bomb and Other Girls on the Hip, an inspiring writer in the 80s in Madrid, in the full atmosphere of the movie. She lives the lifestyle of sex, drugs and rock and roll, and she also plots revenge against a policeman. Gloria in What I've Done to Deserve This is the stereotype of a Spanish desperate housewife. She is depressed and takes psychiatric drugs due to financial problems. She lives in a very small house in the Madrid suburbs with her children, her husband, and her mother-in-law. The main theme of the movie is the impotence of a woman who faces a family drama. Pepa, in Women on the Verge of a Nervous Breakdown, is a woman who tries to get back on her feet after her lover, Ivan, left her. She had a nervous breakdown because sleeping pills were put in her gazpacho, but at the same time she is obsessed to find her ex-lover, who just leaves her messages on her answering machine. Lucia is the ex-wife of Ivan in Women on the Verge of a Nervous Breakdown. She goes insane after he left her when she was pregnant. She is obsessed with her 2 things: finding Ivan and killing him and his lover, and acting like a woman of the 60s. In All About My Mother, we find Manuela, the protagonist of the movie. She is a nurse who lives with her son Esteban, who dies on their birthday. She is strong and resolute to find Esteban's father, a transgender who is HIV positive, and after much suffering, she starts a new life with the help of her friends. Agrado represents the funniness of the drama of All About My Mother. She's a transgender who is proud of her transformation. For her, being a woman is not just an aesthetic thing, but also an attitude and a way of feeling and a better understanding the female world. In Voltaire, there is the character of Raimunda. She is the personification of the emancipated and independent woman. Even though she grew up in a small village of Castilla Mancha, living the drama of her present time, the killing of her husband, and the drama of her past, which is full of family secrets. It is dedicated to all women that face life with strength and willingness, but it is also dedicated to the most important woman of my life, my mother.